The year was 2012. You could tell the stress of sixth grade had kicked in as beads of sweat rolled down our munchkin-sized foreheads during yet another English pop quiz. It was time to trade quizzes with a classmate, and it was to my surprise that in front of me was placed a certain Faith Bradley's paper. Never having spoken to said Faith Bradley, my first thought was, is she related to the Vera Bradley? And if so, do I get a discount if I grade her quiz kindly? The answer to both of those questions, unfortunately, is no. But don't worry, there wasn't a need to grade her quiz kindly because, of course, she had done her nightly review. Do I really need to go into detail about how Faith is literally an angel sent from above? I feel like by now, everyone here has quite a clear idea, and if not, where have you been? I mean, kudos to her parents. They should really write a book on how they raised Faith because we are all dumbfounded by how such a pure human being even exists. At the very least, we could probably get a discount on that book. But more importantly, we are gathered here today to hear Faith share some insight. Perhaps afterwards, you'll be inspired to lend a helping hand, stop and listen more, or last but not least, share a Coke, because you probably have yet to do that.
I believe that one of the most important things people desire in their life is purpose. We want the things we do to matter. We want to somehow contribute to making the world a better place. We want to leave our marks. I believe the reason for this is that everyone is designed with a purpose. Yet, what is amazing is that many people spend their whole lives trying to find what their purpose is. I was no exception. Like many people, I wonder what my future would be like and what my purpose would be. Thankfully, my sister helped me out with this quest by gifting me with one of the best books I believe to have ever been written. This book has sold over 60 million copies and was also on the New York Times bestseller list for over 90 weeks. This book, written by Rick Warren, is titled The Purpose-Driven Life: What on Earth Am I Here For? For 40 days, I read a chapter a day, and during that time, I began to have a greater understanding for my purpose in life. One of the first things I realized was that my net worth is not the same as my self-worth. I realized that accolades such as honors or medals do not make me valuable. Rather, as Warren states, in God's kingdom, I have a place, a purpose, a role, and a function to fulfill. This gives my life great significance and value. In other words, you are valuable because you have a purpose, whether you know what it is or not. Everyone was placed on this earth to do something magnificent and worthwhile that will enhance the lives of other people in necessary ways. One of the other things I realized about purpose is that we discover the meaning of our lives through service. Because God has created us in Christ for a life of good deeds, He wants us to make a difference in the world. We are healed to help others. We are blessed to be a blessing. We are saved to serve, not to merely exist and wait around for heaven. So, instead of thinking, who's going to meet my needs, perhaps we should think, whose needs can I meet? After all, Christ has generously divided out gifts and talents to us, and we should use them to impact those in our world. That means that small or hidden acts of service are important too. In fact, they can often make the biggest difference. I want to encourage each and every one of you that whenever you love your neighbor, you are living out your purpose. Sometimes good deeds seem vain or futile or unrecognized, but I encourage you to continue to live a life of kindness anyway. A wise person once said, "The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway." Honesty and frankness make you vulnerable. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build anyway. Do good anyway because the challenges we face and later learn from can be used to enhance our purpose and help others find theirs. In fact, as we do these things and become more like God, our lives gradually become brighter and more beautiful. Realizing all of these things helped me understand that my purpose is not contingent on a career. While a career can definitely be part of my life purpose, I understand that I don't have to wait until I'm 30 to start living a life of meaning. I can do it now, and so can you. Finding our purpose may seem hard to do, but if we start doing what we love to do, that is, what God gave us a heart to do, and then do it for His glory, we find a deeper meaning even in the daily routine of our lives. Thus, I encourage you to be purposeful about serving in everyday living. It is the daily decisions to choose to love, even when we don't want to, that allow us to live out our purpose, whether we find ourselves as professionals or students. The daily action of deciding to demonstrate love to everyone we meet is what matters. That is something everybody can do. So, never tire of doing what is right, of living a life of purpose. In fact, begin living out your purpose now, day by day. After all, you are a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind, original masterpiece, and the world cannot do without you. Thank you.